3, 4, 5, Big Jam, keep my favorite.
What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the two-gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. What's up? So I have something very special, something I've been waiting to do, and now is the right time because it's the end of the year mark. What I got ready for you today is a two-parter, and this is part one. Part one of what, you say? Didn't you already see the thumbnail? You gotta keep better attention to that. All right, so this is part one of my 12 favorite stocking stuffer gifts for kids. All right, because, you know, when it comes down to Christmas time, the gifts under the tree are one thing, but let's not forget about the stockings. All right, I'll join you down at the table. Yes, indeed. Not quite down at the table, but down at a chair nonetheless. All right, thank you everyone for spending a little time and deciding to check out and see what I had to say about what I think are some of the best, my personal favorite actually, forget the word best, my personal favorite games that can fit in a stocking. Stocking stuff for Christmas games, Hanukkah games, Kwanzaa games, Saturnalian games, Yule games, whatever. All right, so this list, let's start at the top since this is part one of two, and that's the way we're doing it, right? Okay, so number 12. See, I got my notes already. Number 12. Number 12 is a game by Skybound Games. It's designed by Jack Dyer, and it's good for 3 to 10 players. Now, the company lists this at ages 5 and up. That's what the company says. I'd probably go with 8 or up, 7 or up, but hey, the company says 5. Who am I to argue? Not my kids, they're your kids. All right, it should take about 30 minutes. Now, what game is this? This is a game called Super Fight. Super Fight! Yeah! What is this about? This is about what nerds have been doing as long as there have been nerds. This whole game is about arguing. See, the game has certain characters as well as just character types, generic character types, a few specific characters, all from some sort of fantasy or sci-fi or comic book, something from nerdom. And besides the characters, there's usually things like equipment and places on other cards, so that you and your friends pick a couple of cards, and if you have the deck for the places to fight, then you pick a place to fight, and then you argue. There's no real fighting, there's no dice involved, there's no playing of cards involved. It's your imagination. It's how you think that Captain Kirk with a sonic screwdriver will be able to defeat an orc riding a dragon. That's how the cards play out. You get an orc card, a dragon card, you put them together. You got Captain Kirk and you got a sonic screwdriver. Yeah, I'm doing something. Anyway, and then you just argue how you think that fight is going to turn out. Really fun, and like I said, we nerds have been doing this all along anyway. Might as well make an actual game out of it. Number 12, Super Fight. Coming in at number 11. Number 11. This is a game by Asmodee Games. It is good for 3 to 6 players, ages 7 and up, according to the publisher. And it should take you about 20 minutes. This game is called Get Bit. And it's about not getting bit by a shark. The two cool things about this is the hand is the hand of cards that you have. Everyone has the same exact cards with the same exact numbers on it, and you're putting your cards down as far as your order in swimming. And whoever is last in the order is going to get bit by the shark. And something that makes this game really cool is the articulated figures that come apart. So if you're in the back, if you get stuck in the back, so you get bit by the shark, you pop off a leg or an arm. And every time it's you pop off another part until there's nothing left and the shark ate you. You don't want to get bit. This is actually a pretty fast-paced game. It's really super easy to learn since you don't get the cards back to reuse until you've used them all. So it cycles through naturally, which makes the game even easier to understand. So for number 11 of my top 12, stocking stuffer gifts for Christmas. That's Get Bit. Number 10 is a game called Ninja Dice. And it comes in one of the coolest boxes I've ever seen. It's a soft cloth bag, a square cloth bag that looks like a ninja. And the bag consists of dice, the dice that everyone is going to need for the game. And what I like about this game is everyone rolls their dice at the same time, regardless of which player it is who's going on that turn. You all roll the dice at the same time, and then you don't touch the dice. Don't touch the dice. That's a very important part of the game, because the way the dice land, and I don't know any other game like this. I'm closing in on just about 250 games in my own personal collection. And I don't have any other game like this. I've never seen another game like this where you roll the dice and then you leave them there and you look to see how they've fallen. Because some of the opponent's dice may eliminate yours depending on how they land. And that is a really cool aspect to the game. And it's about ninjas sneaking around. I mean, that's fun. It always has been. So the number 10, Ninja Dice. Ooh, down to single-digit numbers now. Number 9 on this 12 list. Number 9 is a game called Dragon Slayer, a dice game with a twist. So this is a push-your-luck game. This is a Yahtzee-style dice game, and the concept of the game is you're a great dragon warrior, and so are the other players. And you've all been arguing over who's the best, who's the greatest. Well, there's only one way to really find out. And that's by going on a challenge and see who can slay the most dragons. See, what makes this a game with a twist, what makes this more of a push your luck than push my luck, is the fact that all the players have these dragon tokens. And when somebody decides to cash out, let's say they've been successful in hunting 2 dragons, they don't want to push their luck, so they're ready to pass on and cash in their points. You could be sitting there going, whoa, 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 whoa. You say you're the greatest? Prove it. And then you throw down the token. They have to go on another hunt. If they're successful, they'll get double points. But if they're not successful, they don't get any points for that hunt, nor any of the hunt they did on that turn. Game with a twist. I'm forcing you to re-roll again. Cool, it is a nice twist on the game. It's a fun game for kids to play, especially if kids like fantasy games. So that was number 9 of my top 12 favorite stocking stuffer gifts for Christmas. Number 8. Now, number 8 is a twist itself on a well-known classic family game. Uno. Yeah, I love Uno. Well, I like Uno. Used to play it a lot when I was a kid with a family, and most of my friends used to have like Uno gaming nights with their families also. So, everything I can tell, it's a fairly popular, classic family game. Now, how about putting a twist on it? Because you're a nerd, or you're getting a gift for a nerd. Yeah. So you put a little twist on this game and make it first Uno Avengers. Oh, hope everyone's okay. Uno Avengers, my number 8 game. And Uno Avengers is good for 2 to 10 players, ages 7 and up, according to the publisher. I agree with that. And it's an Uno game, so it shouldn't last you more than 15, 20 minutes in most cases. So this uses all the familiar Avengers from the comic books and the movies, ones you've already loved, the ones you've grown to like. They're all there in a classic game of Uno. You throw in Spider-Man and Iron Man and Falcon and Nick Fury, and you got something really, really familiar and super hot right now. Yeah, Uno Marvel. It's a great stocking stuffer game. The number 7 game, number 7, finishing out this part 1. The number 7 game is a game that is always changing. Yes, it is a game that is in constant state of flux. No, not the base game Flux, even though that's a great game, but something a little bit nerdier. A little bit nerdier, indeed. Something like Batman Flux. All right, you don't know Flux? Flux is a very simple game. It's a card game, and the object of the game, you don't really know. What you do know in the beginning of the game is the basic rules of drawing a card and playing a card. That's how the game starts. That's all the rules you need to know. However, during the course of the game, as you are playing cards, some cards will be put out into play that will give you specific goals that you need to accomplish to win the game. Now, this is a game of flux, and things are constantly in a state of said flux. So you may have a card out that says that you need a utility belt and a Batmobile in order to win the game. And you have the utility belt out and you're just waiting to get that Batmobile, and then somebody changes the goal. And now you're nowhere near winning the game. So as I keep saying, the game is in a constant state of flux. It makes a great stocking stuffer game. It's a good family game. It's a game that's gonna give you some fun hours of play, back and forth. It has that take that aspect of the game because you are changing the rules and the win conditions on the fly. You know someone is about to win. You know someone has one of the 2 cards, or maybe 2 of the 3 cards if it's a 3-card win scenario. And then you change it on them. Take that. Without being overly take that. Enough of a fun level. Batman Flux. That is the 7th and final game for this part 1 of Big Johnny G's 12 favorite stocking stuffer gifts for kids for Christmas. Long title, I know. All right, so thank you everyone for checking this out, and don't forget tomorrow we're going to be dropping part 2, and you'll get to find out which are numbers 6 through 1. Thank you for checking us out on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Thank you so much for subscribing to Two Gun Pixie right here on YouTube. Thank you for liking and commenting. And of course, thank you so much for sharing our videos. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie Presents Legendary Gaming. And my friends, for now, I am out of here.